Hello, my book and wax friends. I'm Amber. If you're new, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. So glad to have you here with me. And today's video is a bookish one. It is a middle grade March video. So if you're not familiar with middle grade March, every March, Krista from Books and Jams, and unfortunately I can't remember the name of the other two people that put it on, they have a readathon where you can read middle grade books. I do really enjoy middle grade books. I tend to wait until middle grade March to read them, but I have a bunch of options here for middle grade March, and there's always a list of prompts that you can choose to do. I will put them right here for you, and I will go over them as well. I don't necessarily stick to the prompts, but that way you can see them. And I do want to go over my options. So the first prompt is name and the title. I actually have all but one book here that does coincide with a name on the title. The first one I have is Heidi by Joanna Spyri, and this one actually works as well. I think I will probably use this one for my prompt, which is the third prompt, which is historical fiction. So although this is considered a classic rather than, I don't know if you would consider it historical fiction. Actually, yeah, but this has a name in the title. So this is probably the one I'm going to do. This is also on my 5-star predictions for the first quarter of the year. I've heard such good things about this. I'm surprised I've never read Heidi in the past, but this is a book about a girl named Heidi, obviously, who is orphaned, and she ends up going to live with her grandfather in the Swiss Alps because she has been orphaned. So I'm excited to get to this one. This is more of a priority for sure because it is, like I said, a 5-star prediction. And not only that, it is on my 25 books I want to read in 2026. This is on that list. And so this one will probably get read this month. But again, this is like a pile of possibilities. I'm not like set in stone going to read all of these books, but I do want to share them with you guys. Okay, so that one will probably be for the name on the cover. Then books on the cover. Every single one I have right here actually doesn't technically have books. That's why I said this is kind of it's not something that's set in stone for me, but the closest I have is we have a letter. So I want to reread Harry Potter, the Harry Potter series. It's been a few years since the last time I read them, and I was like, it's time to reread. And what better month to start it again than middle grade March? And so I'm counting the letter as the book, and Harry Potter, that's also a name. So yeah, have you read Harry Potter? Let me know down in the comments. I'm surprised at how many people that I've come across that still haven't read the books. Let me know that down in the comments. Because they're awesome. They're wonderful. I have to say this, I didn't read them when I was a kid. I put off reading them until finally my mom convinced me to read them when I was in my mid-20s, I think I was, something like that. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll start them, and fell in love with them. So let me know if you've read them yet or not. If not, highly recommend. Okay, next up is, I don't know if I would do, okay, so this one I would consider an actual historical fiction and not just like a classic that of course takes place in the past. And it is Max in the House of Spies by Adam Gidwitz. And this one is actually the group read for the middle grade March readathon. The ladies have picked this one, and it sounds like it's going to be so fun. It takes place during World War II, and it's about this boy named Max who is Jewish, and he comes from Germany. He gets shipped to England because of everything that's happening there in Germany, and he decides that he wants to go back to Germany to I don't know if it's like to help his family, but he doesn't want to stay in London. And so he is going to convince the higher ups in London that he can be a spy for them. And there's some magical realism elements. I don't know if you can see the cute little guys right there who are from like Jewish folklore that are going to help him along the way. So I'm excited to get to this one. It looks like it's going to be a fun read. So this one was for historical fiction. Then I have one that coincides between two. Actually, I could say Harry Potter technically has siblings in it as well, because of the Weasleys in the book. But this one also has siblings. This one will work for siblings featured and a BIPOC author. So it is The Enchanted Life of Valentina Mejia. And as you can see, there's a sister and brother duo in this. And the author is Alexandra Alessandri, whose parents were immigrants from Colombia, I think, is what I read. And so this is a tale that actually does take place in Colombia. And it's a fantasy book about Valentina and her brother Julian, and they go on a magical creature hunt in Colombia. So it looks like it'll be fun, and it is a smaller read, so that one will be good. Okay, I have two more. One does not relate to any of the prompts at all, but this other one could relate to a name in the title, and it is, I thought it was the final book, but I was told a few videos ago about that this actually isn't the final book in this series. It's going to be like an 8-book series. And this is book 4 or 5. And that is Silverborn, The Mystery of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. So it has Morgan's name in the title. And I've been waiting. When was the last book out? In 2021, I think. So it's been a few years I've been waiting for this one to come out. And I'm excited to continue Morgan's story. So if you are a fan of Harry Potter, this gives similar vibes to that, but it's not exactly the same. So I say if you like Harry Potter, you should like the Morgan Crow series. So that is Silverborn. I'm excited to get to this one. This one is a pretty chunky book though. So that one also is on my 25 books I want to read in 2026. So I'm making that one a little bit more of a priority as well. We'll see. Now this is the one that I don't work for any of the prompts, but it's another one that's a middle grade on my 25 and 26. And that is The Poisoned King by Catherine Rundell. This is the sequel to Impossible Creatures, which you can see right there. I read Impossible Creatures last year, loved it. It was a wonderful book, did make me cry. And I'm excited to see where this one goes. So it is a fantasy book about a boy that finds out there's this archipelago, these islands that are hidden from the regular world, and they contain a bunch of magical creatures. But there is something happening to where the magical elements of the archipelago are starting to die, and he ends up getting sucked into the archipelago, and there's a mystery as to what's happening, and he befriends some people and creatures along the way. So it was a good book, and I'm excited to continue with the second one. I'm not sure how long this series is going to be, but I really enjoyed the first one, like I said, and I'm looking forward to this one. And so that is The Poison King. So those are my plans as far as middle grade March books go. I will read regular non-middle grade books as well. That's why I probably won't get to every single one of these, because this is 6 books right here. And I read on average 8 to 10. So I probably won't get to all these, but it's still fun. It's still fun. I really enjoy doing middle grade books during March. So let me know if you're participating in middle grade March as well. And if you're following the prompts at all, what books you're planning on reading during the month. And stay tuned for my TBR video, because I will have a regular TBR prompt jar picks my books as well. And so hopefully we can fit some of these in with the prompts. That would be great too. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet for more book and home fragrance content. I do post about both. I usually alternate. So my next video will more than likely be a home fragrance video, and then book again, that sort of thing. But I am so grateful for every single one of you, those that take the time to watch, those that have just subscribed, those that leave comments. All of that is so appreciated. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. If I haven't said that already, I'm sorry. It's easy for me to lose my train of thought. But I hope that your day goes great. And I will talk to you again soon. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.